the shot clock down again. Backdoor, Doyle got two!
That's that. UCLA trying to stretch their lead. They're now up 36-31. And we'll get a...
As a post player, now he's going to try to post inside. Look at him, make himself big and available. Nice backdoor cut. And they got it, and they'll go to the line.
Man-to-man now by Georgetown. Princeton will try to get the backdoor cuts.
Leftwich. Mueller coming to his familiar spot, top of the key. Looking for a passer. A good cut, Leftwich.
And the thing about
not getting out of sight of the defender before they come into offensive position.
Here's Gabe Llewellyn. Steve Goodrich got position on the block. And Utah in Dallas. 7:14 to go, 14-9 Princeton. Right now, I'd have to say, Quinn, that this score is very favorable to the Tigers.
Well, they've got to be able to
be patient. They're forcing you to run some stuff. Nice switch. Earl found some room, got to the basket, and they just lift every.
Persia flips to Bechtold. 2.5 gone by first half. Xavier with a 3-0 lead. Walton takes the three, and we're tied.
Because he can shoot it and he can pass. I mean, think of the qualities that you can't teach on the next level.
6-10. Three-pointer will go for Earl. Big shot.
In 1975.
75, he had a great Final Four team with Bill Bradley.
Here's Sidney Johnson. Johnson on the right wing inside Goodrich. Fakes the move on the baseline. The kick out, Chris Doyle, and he'll knock it down.
Persia comes around to meet the pass. Flips the bar. Tigers very patient offensively. That is their style. C.J. Chapman. Bechtold has a long three. It's good. He drains it.
Defensive set here. Xavier's on the surge. You need a good quality shot here.
Musketeers have regained the lead. It's 38-37. Bechtold for three. Got it. Three-pointer.
Princeton was already inside on the position, so they just blocked out, got the rebound.
41-37. Johnson.
You see now that UCLA is stepping up on the picks when Johnson looks like he wants to shoot a shot. They weren't doing that before.
10 on the shot clock. Doyle attacks the basket on the baseline. Reverse layup by Goodrich.
It was an AD. Gary Walters played. Had a guy on their team by the name of Tom Ford. And a guy named Eddie Hummer. John Hummer's brother was a great player at Princeton. He was only a freshman that year. And then Carolina beat him in the regionals in '67. Look at him make shots.
the backdoor cut. We're seeing Princeton play as flash already.
Here's Mueller, first time, takes it in, hits the hook shot.
Caves.
In the orange-white game, he was 9 of 11 from three-pointer range. Goodrich with a little running.
If I'm playing, Gabe, let him shoot the jumper.
7 points from Aneke, including the last 4. Texas leads by 6. Goodrich left hand again, and he got it.
You know what?
4 cuts and looking to flare out and shoot the 3. Inside to Goodrich, and the running hook, he's got it. I think you said we can't do a thing about their size. We are disciplined enough to play with them.
And at this pace, every empty possession is significant.
Miller going to go on Dabs this time, gets 2.
Did make 4 last year in only 9 attempts, but it's not something he does very often. Now Goodrich on the freshman man. Looks inside of Ellis, left hand.
Eastwood 55 looking inside to Miller. Nice bounce pass for Jackson.
Been burned enough in the layups.
That's right.
Mueller kicks it out. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Mueller. Cut to Doyle. Got it.
Great dish off.
He played very well in the Big East. He was the co-coach of the year along with Coach Calhoun in Connecticut.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. Indiana has started to play pretty well late, but you're right. Boston College was a team that had a pretty good shot near the end to even make it to the NCAA.
Gabe Lewis
there, and Henderson was afraid to get close to it, so he didn't follow through on it.
inside Goodrich. Charles O'Bannon now guarding Sidney Johnson. Here's Earl, dribble penetration, has it poked away.
They should be able to get some jump shots with this.
Goodrich for three. Got it. And the big man
right to the rim and unable to convert. I'm impressed with Texas defense. They just softened enough not to give the back cut.
How does Princeton adjust?
Well, they're gonna end up with jump shots or this low post for Goodrich. Little chicken arm there. Got away with it. Nice little play. A nice hustle there. And as Walton's able to come up with it. And Dad will be proud of that one.
There's Rocca.
Still one of the greatest of all time. Nice cut again.
Rocca didn't get it. They got it back again. And
Up high enough nor quick enough. Block.
Flack was there. Flack was ready to help if it was needed as well. And a foul on the floor.
Leading the nation in field goal percentage defense, holding the opposition around 39% all year.
Gravis, good little fake down in the corner. Now he penetrates, and again a goal.
They have to, because offensively, Rutgers not doing it.
Inside Miller, back outside Marquardt. Nice cut off the ball, and there's another layup.
Opportunity for Dabbs inside.
Down low to Miller. Back outside Mooney.
Too much
Knocks
time.
down a three.
Antoine, jamming Jamison. He's got great legs. He's the Spalding man. He's like that rubber ball. Just keep bouncing up. Look at this stride.
A lot of inexperience up front. Rocca, a banger, competitor.
Ball number 45. He and Nate Walton off the bench. Runner by Henderson.
They just have a better feel. You can just sense it in UCLA. They're out rebounding Princeton 29-17. That helps too.
7-point lead matches the biggest lead for UCLA, but Sidney Johnson with the answer.
And then coming back the other end. Just not patience on UCLA's part.
Here's Goodrich, backdoor cut Johnson. He can't handle the pass.
Down to 15 on the shot clock. So Princeton eating up 30 seconds plus at least. There's another cut.
They won the Pac-10. However, they are a 4th seed, and that upset a lot of people in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they were disappointed in that because if they were, and then they make a good argument. The committee has said that it's your conference regular season that shows that you had this prolonged, I guess, good showing, and then they show well and win the conference by 3, and they get seeded out in the West, and they were very disappointed.
10 center, really the only legitimate size the Tigers have. Princeton can get hurt on the boards.
Guard around. Clever passers. Nice play. On cue.
Classic Tiger back.
Harry Walters, the Princeton AD, feels this is one of the best athletes in Princeton's history. Baseball player in high school, football knife, defensive reaction.
Team.
Yeah, they did. They switched and put Toby Bailey on Sidney Johnson because Chris Johnson fell asleep on him.
Chris Johnson now guarding Mitch Henderson. Henderson can't beat him off the dribble. Here's Goodrich. 15 on the shot clock.
Oh, got it.
Henderson, and he...
Tigers want to be. 3-point lead. They can take their time, run their offense the way they want to run it.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Walton for 3. Got it. 3-pointer for Nate.
Is in the lineup for this evening. 16-9. Goodrich. Here's Sidney Johnson, back to Henderson, and he'll stroke it.
Yeah,
Get some power rating points and get some experience.
Tom Penders has taken that approach at a very tough stage.
Plays anybody.
There's a cut. Wouldn't go. But they
For each game on average.
So Moneke to the bench again. When he's been on the floor, he's been terrific, but he hasn't been able to stay out there consistently. Lowell is tripped, threw it back.
Better rebound. That's incredible. That's why shot selection is so important to them, and converting is so important. Here's the cut through off the high post. Goodrich is like the best in the Ivy League as a post player. Now he's going to try to post inside. Look at him, make himself big and available. Nice backdoor cut.
And they got it, and they'll go to the line as Mastallo doing a great.
Which may be able to box out him in, but the other big bodies for Texas are just too much for Princeton.
Physically imposing.
Earl again for three. 2 in a row for Brian Earl.
Eugene Baugh at the top of the key. Here's C.J. Chapman. Bechtold, another three, and he hits again. They are just weaving in and out. Walton gives to Chapman from behind the screen. Now back to Walton. He leads for El Nocali. A long three is good.
Princeton, it doesn't seem to favor them.
Because the Tigers are just too good at breaking it.
They expend a lot of energy. Look at this tough pass. Oh my goodness, does he make some plays?
El Nocali. Walton, top of the key. Inside Walton. Good look.
And he's great around the rim. But you get embarrassed with back cuts. But you just got to keep playing solid. Nice help by Clack in the back. You got to assist one another on the back cuts.
Anderson left wide open. Berries.
Spin dribble used to be a key for a play for Pete Carrill. It is for them as well.
Earl into heavy traffic, and that's a little unteams. They back off on Mastallo a little bit outside. Cut by Goodrich, not there.
Look at this, duck in low, everything but there.
49 wins. And Xavier's done an excellent job. Chapman fakes the three, dribbles in. Bechtold will take the three, got it. Mike Beck.
Neutralize them on the glass. Princeton not a great rebounding team. In fact, they've been out-rebounded statistically if you look at their numbers this year. There's that patience. They move the basketball, poise, patience, execution.
The three.
Just do to uptick this game. Incidentally, great to chat with Tommy as we both did earlier today, and here he's feeling well and can't wait to see him back on the sidelines. College basketball needs him.
Said he could be back for Texas's next game after the 2 here at this tournament. Mastallo for three, and he got the roll.
Yeah, that is a good point. Throw it in the air.
Earl's going to pull it out, and they'll use a little bit of clock. Up by 8, under 6 minutes to play.
Look at this.
Missed it, but the follow by Mastallo.
And counting down in the first half, about a 10-second differential. Nice pass inside. El Nocali scores and the foul. Good look.
Back against Washington State, they probably kept him out, so he'll be a little rusty.
Mitch Henderson, a very good defender, started 20 games last year as a freshman. Here's Doyle. Check that Earl.
Well, Henderson is throwing the ball to Earl or whatever the guard's name is. Any one of the guards that goes through there. The problem is you got to throw him the ball where he can do something with it. With UCLA where they are, he can't do anything with it.
Whipped in 35. And if I'm not mistaken, he's logged every minute so far today. He has not gotten a breather.
Wetzel felt that in this type of tempo, he could play all 40 minutes. There's Doyle. Off to Rosenfeld. Backdoor Mooney. Tiger.
Boxing out inside. Really impressed with Princeton. Really impressed with the fact of the matter of the way they play the game. Think about it, Ron. How many of these kids would be able to get scholarships at the ACC level? Yet as a team, if you play together as a unit and execute, you can go out and beat people. Nice backdoor cut.
Locker with the pass.
Good.
Probably just a count late on that one, and the foul on Williams.
Princeton, one of the things they can generally do is get the ball to Goodrich because he tried to go.
He's been pleased with the way the defense has been playing. It's been playing very well. They're holding opponents to 41%.
As well as anybody. That's why their percentages are like that. And the scoring defense for Princeton comes about because they're deliberate in their offense. Not that they guard you.
58-51. UCLA right now on a 7-0 run. The last 2:05. 36-31. Sidney Johnson with the heave.
The telling statistic, he was a warrior on the backboards both in high school and last year as a freshman.
Here's Pavley for 3.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Look inside. Henderson on Perryman. Could he find room? Found the open man into Mastalio, and the three-pointer is there.
What a read by...
We'll be patient and get it back to Sidney Johnson. 18 on the shot clock.
Oh, they got him.
Cutlass.
Got him. You could
Using the judicious offense, cutting back door, they trailed 19-18.
Chris Johnson watching the ball, just goes right behind and gets a little layup.
15 right now on the shot clock.
There it is.
Backdoor cut, a beauty, and that's a goaltend. Give the bucket to
Princeton with one. The next foul, both teams will be in the bonus.
See, McCoy has come out this time. Normally Goodrich could come and get it. You know they're going to try to run a backdoor play if they can get it.
Under 10, backdoor.
Toby Bailey upset after the Henderson jumping for joy. Nice.
There's another backdoor cut. Basket and a foul for Morales.
Monmouth. And the Hawks playing Marquette East Region action. This is Monmouth with the ball, down 13-10. 12 minutes to go in the first half, Clark.
They're doing a pretty good job of running their half-court offense and getting high-quality shots. That wasn't one of them, but for the most part, they've gotten good shots and made them.
On the shot clock for the Tigers. They're down 19-16. And Steve Goodrich.
In the paint, and Dollar tried to force a pass instead of bringing it out and forcing his man to come with him so he could enter the ball.
They break the 10-second line.
Fundamentally sound team, Princeton. They're passing the ball very well. And then there's no clock to really go at the hoop. It's just get it up there and work the clock.
Well, as long as Georgetown stays in this defense, Mueller can handle the ball right where he is all night long.
That's right. I mean, he's just going to take it out there. And Alonzo Mourning doesn't want to stray out too far without turning it over.
All right, Matt Lappin will start the second half for Pete Carrill's club. Jerry Doyle back in, playing with 3 personal fouls. Jaren Jackson awaits him.
This has been a key move by Pete Carrill, bringing out Kip Mueller. He's paced. Now look for a good 35 seconds here by the Tigers.
The 5th time this game has been tied here in the second half.
Scravis and Mueller should be handling a lot late here.
He's having a great look by Mim on that play.
Princeton looking for its first lead.
By 2, 50-48. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Princeton trying to pull the big upset.
Okay, the key here is run as much time.
Well, Princeton's problem is they've got to try to, first of all, slow down the Bruins. The Bruins want to run. They're as good a team in the country running. The other thing that the Bruins really making them is to be seen, but they're a deliberate team, so you don't want to be behind a team that plays deliberate.
Here's them to UCLA really having problems getting in sync offensively.
And a lot of that comes because you force it because of their defensive impatience.
Goodrich. Brian Earl. Here's Johnson.
Look at that cut.
It's a tough pass to catch.
Exactly, and I thought that was a great decision going inside the backcourt to take advantage of the size on the interior. In fact, it's about half of their output, averaging 74 a game.
Maybe not expecting that pressure, that possession. There's another cut back door, and it'll send Eastwood to the line.
Does so much for this basketball team. The hub on the...
But defensively, they've been playing very well. Here's a little weave, looking to get Jackson open for the 3. They found him. Can't get it down. 8 minutes. the type of game where the fans can get into it unless you're able to put together a little spurt.
Miller trying the slap pass, comes up with it himself and lays it in.
Away. Earl's brother stopped by to say hello to us. He's a tough luck player in college basketball from out of Penn State. Yeah. Got an ACL injury. Last year was out with a back injury. I hope the greats of all time. Who can ever forget his performance in '73? 21 for 22 against Memphis State at that time.
Long three, way off the mark. And
on break, however, Princeton has a chance for the final shot of the half.
Well, it was Dwayne Bryant pursuing that time defensively for Georgetown.
Backdoor cut, Strabus got the layup.
So the Tigers have a 1-point lead. They can add to it with 35 seconds left in the first half. $15 on the shot clock, 25 and counting down in the first half, about a 10-second differential. Nice pass inside, El Nakali scores and the foul. Good look.
Change in the backcourt. Now the freshman gets it over, and again Mueller comes a long way out. No one comes together.
Mueller's really played himself a solid first half. He's handled the ball quite a bit.
Strabus back to Mueller. Oh, look at this. Got it.
Again, I'm watching 4 black jerseys running down the other way, so clearly Pete Carrill talked about that to minimize the Georgetown fast break.
Backdoor again, it's open. Let's extend the pressure. Left to his freshman guard. Mueller comes high, and Mourning won't come after him.
But we'll look for Princeton to use a lot of time off the shot clock each time down the floor. I would like to use about 30 to 35 seconds if they can.
Mueller again, and Mourning a good 5 feet away. Strabus' shot is an alum calling up his pals.
That's right.
Saying, hey, check this out, will you? We're beating the Hoyas. Backdoor left switch this time.
Larry Brown also in the stands. Both, one coaching for the Indiana Pacers, the other playing. Here's Henderson on the baseline. Basketball.
I would say for Princeton, they need to kind of settle in and get themselves a nice basket here, because UCLA is starting to better understand what it is Princeton's trying to do. See, they're running at shots better and just...
Offensive end, defensively, bottles things up. Look at the duck in by the big guy.
now Texas forced to extend each defense because of the threes. They open themselves up a little bit more for the backdoor cuts. Out of bounds, it'll be Princeton's ball.
I hope the NCAA grants him a 6th year. He's a beautiful kid from Penn State.
Yeah, he really is. Still on crutches because of that knee. Luella's three-pointer too hard up the front.
Inside to Miller. Looking back outside of Jackson. Mooney backs it off.
Goodrich the rebound, though.
You mentioned him, pretty mobile, too. Tennis player in high school. Got a lot of upside.
And a very good swimmer as well, which is what they have been working on with that foot injury. Goodrich!
Good play.
He allows the Bruins to score on the other end. They lead it 11-6. Goodrich underneath.
Princeton stemmed this Texas momentum by ending the 9-0 run for the Longhorns.
Switching everything right now.
Earl, 15 to shoot it. 2.5 to play. Goodrich spinning left-handed
What a great read. He saw
Eastwick again looks inside for Mueller.
Just a spread offense, 3 guards.
Doyle cuts off Mueller's high post. Now Kitt brings it outside.
This is a good strategy because Mourning doesn't really want to venture out much higher than the foul line. So Mueller can really stand out there unattended until the clock works itself down.
15 right now on the shot clock.
There it is.
Backdoor cut and a beauty, and that's a goaltend. Give the bucket to
Princeton with 1. The next foul, both teams will be in the bonus.
See, McCoy has come out this time. Normally, Goodrich could come and get it. You know they're going to try to run a backdoor play if they can get it.
Under 10, backdoor.
Playing with 3 personal fouls. Jaren Jackson awaits him.
This has been a key move by Pete Carrill, bringing out Kip Mueller. He's Princeton's center, but he's able to handle the ball well. He doesn't get a lot of pressure when he's way out from the basket, although Mourning creeping out as the game goes along.
With Doyle coming around, and he'll take the shot clock down again. Backdoor, Doyle got 2.
That's that.
Good job going toe-to-toe there. No foul. Well done.
Elno Cali. Walton, top of the key. Inside Walton. Good look.
Possession arrow favors Princeton. So if Princeton gets in a jam, now's the time to use up the timeout. Man-to-man pressure by the Hoyas.
Leftwich pulls it back out. Mueller. Stravis goes on the backdoor cut.
Mourning off him now, saying, hey, time to just get back into the paint area.
Been burned enough in the layups.
That's right.
Mueller kicks it out. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Mueller. Cut to Doyle. Got it.
Great dish off.
Last year as a coach, he and Steve Lavin, I gave him that honor. Tied at 15 as we had 8.5 minutes left to play in this opening half. North Carolina's done a pretty good job against this defense, not against this offense. Very tough to defend this offense. Anderson strong to the hoop.
From their bench.
Princeton, one of the things they can generally do is get the ball to Goodrich because he tried to drop.
Interesting to see the kind of defense. We're seeing man-to-man defense right now by North Carolina. Watch the high post screens. They try to keep the lane open for cuts, backdoor cuts, and looking to flare out and shoot the 3. Inside to Goodrich, and the running hook, he's got it.
Take its first lead since early in the first half.
Now, last year, Princeton shot 72% from the free throw line, and way off that number thus far tonight.
They missed 6 of their first 9. Have done a better job lately. Goodrich posting up. Henderson with now 15 seconds on the shot clock. Look inside. Henderson on Perryman. Can he find room? Found the open man into Mastalio, and the 3-pointer is there.
What a read.
With very contrasting styles. Princeton, their scoring defense leads the nation, holding teams to 51.5% per game. While UCLA, they shoot 53% from the field. That's #1 in the nation in scoring.
Well, that's because UCLA gets out in transition and runs it as well as anybody. That's why their percentages are like that. And the scoring defense for Princeton comes about because they're deliberate in their offense. Not that they guard you so well.
But he's got some ability. If he keeps working at it.
Will he be a pro player here? Is that where you're headed?
Because he can shoot it and he can pass. I mean, think of the qualities that you can't teach on the next level.
6-10. 3-pointer will go for Earl. Big shot.
It's a favor by shooting those 3-pointers. I mean, the inside game is there. This is exactly where the Tigers want to be. 3-point lead. They can take their time, run their offense the way they want to run it.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Walton for 3. Got it. 3-pointer for Nate.
Guys can all go outside, and even Eastwick will go outside, but he's not as comfortable out there as the rest of the Princeton players.
Look at that. Look at that.
It definitely sense a momentum swing here. I think if Princeton scores, you might see a timeout for Xavier.
About 2.5 gone by, second half. Elno Cali, they are just weaving in and out. Walton gives to Chapman from behind the screen. Now back to Walton. He leads for Elno Cali. A long 3 is good.
Pretty good shot there.
Yep. 25 now to go in the first half. Hughes is 2 of 6 from the floor.
Good help there by Duncan. You know, it's amazing. Princeton will rarely beat you off the dribble. It's always via the air or the floor with the bounce pass.
10 seconds on the shot clock. The ball finds its way to Miller. Sweeping hook for 2.
You don't see that shot.
First half, Xavier up 23-21. Two on the shot clock. Chapman drills it right before the shot clock violation.
Brandon Lloyd has hit 2 straight shots. UCLA has taken a 29-26 lead. Under 12 to play in the second half.
Princeton,
inside.
Yeah, they've been able to get it inside. He's been throwing it back.
0 for 5, and that's not Ed Cota. They're in a 2-3 now, but they're going to try to trap out of this. If it goes to the baseline, they'll try to trap. They're in a 2-3, and they'll try to trap out of it. Changes its look. There it is, 2-3. Now it's right in the gap. Great execution.
8 minutes even remaining. First half, Xavier with a 4-point lead. They're up 19-15. Andre Logan, number 30, in the game now for the Tigers. He has the basketball. Chapman goes inside. Walton, nice move. Good pass.
Lloyd, 2-time Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year out of Tulsa.
You can see what he can do. He can stand out there. He can shoot that shot. See, that's what they've got to do. They've got to make that. See, that shot there, Princeton's got to make. Because once the ball goes inside, the defense collapses on it, but they've got to make an open shot.
Look at the ball movement by Princeton. Really whipping the ball around. Johnson.
He believes in his shot. He's got a lot. Changed up that time, went to a sagging man-to-man, was able to get back out and get a little bit of a hand toward Lloyd's face.
In the corner, that's Brian Earl. He's hesitant about pulling the trigger.
Yeah, the skip pass is one of the things Princeton is noted for.
He'll have to shoot it this time and bury it. So it's tied up 23, 14-15 to go. Third tie of the ball game. Skip pass, Doyle.
Choice. There were some potential numbers there, but UCLA was doing a good job starting to get more people back than did Princeton going on the fast break.
Now you see UCLA, they show zone.
Yeah, they're in the zone to try to force some outside shots because Princeton hadn't shown any real proclivity to make shots on a consistent basis.
Henderson. Rebounded by Doyle. They'll get a new 35.
Doyle has been big for them on both ends on the boards. He hasn't been able to make a lot of shots, but he's been big on the boards. He's got 3 rebounds.
And Llewellyn
rebounding. Rutgers doing very well tonight, 14-6. And that loss to Washington State when the Princeton Tigers got just 7. Pete Carrill said, we treated loose balls and rebounds like the plague.
Only Pete Carrill with a quote like that. He finished it off by asking if they'd win another game this season. They probably turn around and beat New Hampshire in their next game. First zone of the night here from Rutgers. See how Princeton handles it.
Brennan swings to Chris Pavlik.
They want to go on an up-tempo. Princeton wants to play more or less like we're in Times Square and we're congested on Christmas time. Three-pointer on the way. He's left unattended. Nice tip back. Look at the intelligent play right there. Tipping the ball back. Try to get in the gaps of that zone like they did in the previous possession. To get that motion against that zone. You get a lot of movement. See the cut through? Tough pass there, though. Save. No. Princeton. They keep it alive. Shot clock is at 12, and they got time to reset. Almost almost stolen. Now 6 seconds down to 5, and the pass. Right, might have been Georgia. I know it was NC State in the final.
No, you're exactly right. It was NC State.
And it was Texas in the first round.
Yeah.
Georgia was in that tournament. There's that zone. Try to get into the seams and gaps of it. Always looking for a high percentage shot. Always try to make the extra pass. Really could shoot the three. What an excellent pass of Goodrich's for a big player. Nice ball movement. See the extra pass they made it?
2 seconds on the shot.
It's unbelievable. That's in the streets of New York. He did that one, baby. Eddie caught it with a little magic.
15 to 11. And now the crowd stands and really comes to life.
Getting active on a defensive end. Princeton needs a score here to shut down some momentum. They get the turnover. For that intrastate rival. I'm going down here on Wednesday at Clemson. South Carolina comes in undefeated. B.J. Mackey and Melvin Watson, one of the great guard combinations.
Carolina turning up the pressure. They get the trap, and Princeton holds on to it. They still got plenty of time. 11 seconds now, 10 on the shot.
Rocket did a great job stepping for the ball, keeping it alive. They're doing a great job perimeter defense.
3 seconds on the shot clock. He put up a brick, and Llewellyn.
The house is rocking. The house got deep, Bill.
Tied at 21.
Electricity. Hey, Ron, it is a Ron. There's Bedlam here. Look at the patience, though.
Gonna have to hurry. Under 3 seconds. Block. And
I can see, though, Xavier on defense looking a little frustrated here, trying to pick up these picks.
It's very frustrating to play against the Princeton offense. You just don't see this kind of offensive basketball throughout the season. Xavier doesn't see this in the Atlantic 10.
Because it was a bounce pass through 2 defenders. Nothing but dunk there. That's a tough one.
3-point Xavier lead. They're up 15-12. Less than 11 minutes remaining first half. Ahmed El-Nokali is in the game now for the Tigers. He had surgery to repair a tendon in his groin. And El-Nokali, the junior out of Pittsburgh, goes to C.J. Chapman. Persia, top of the key. Tigers with a 3-guard alignment now. Bechtold and Walton, the only big players. Persia dumps it back out to Chapman.
And it almost looks like they don't want any low post play. 3 guards, usually outside the 3. Now they go low post.
Walton, Xavier now has its largest lead of the game. They're up by 7. It's 19-12. Bechtold for 3. No.
Gonna let him hit the boards.
Mueller the loose ball. Princeton resets. If it isn't a layup, they're going to reset.
And it's becoming more and more of a struggle right now for Princeton on the offensive end against his zone.
Scrabus will try. Hits outside for 3.
Well, we stay with their game plan, though, on this one. They'll continue to just be patient with the basketball. And it's frustrating to play D each time down the court for about 35-40 seconds.
Smith now came out on Mueller when he was top of the key.
It's like a 1-3-1 zone now the Hoyas have gone to out of the man set. It's really a better set because it leaves you less vulnerable to the backdoor cuts.
Scrabus barks out the signals. 20 seconds now on the shot clock as Princeton has effectively held the ball for at least 30 seconds in each of their possessions. Shot clock at 8. Mueller kicks it back out. Shot clock at 3. Nice drive. Nice bucket.
Princeton's second timeout. Only got 2 left.
Might as well take him while you're in the game, and Princeton's in the game right now.
That's for sure, but Pete Carrill's reaction that time, I'm sure in the timeout huddle he said, look guys, don't call any more of these things. We're going to need some in the second half.
Scrabus kicks it down to Doyle, who pulls it back out. Georgetown getting up a little closer defensively. The long pass over to Leftwich. 6 on the shot clock. There's a cut by Mueller. Nice move. Got the bucket. Beautiful.
George Leftwich, his dad, a fine player with Villanova.
Underneath, Mueller missed the layup that time as he had lost Morning. Lapin, though, good hustle, got the bucket.
To run their game plan. Georgetown sitting in a zone now. They'll trap out of the 2-3. Bobby Scrabus has to get more involved for Princeton.
Hartenstein nails it from the corner for three.
We'll see Princeton attack on their offensive end unless they really have an open layup.
Mueller. Doyle brings it back out to Leftwich. Now they'll exchange outside.
And Charles Smith is matching up on Bob Scrabus' side, number 34. Princeton ought to try to skip the ball to Scrabus. He's got a good shot.
Mueller gets stripped. Oh, nice play to get it back, and Scrabus knocks it down.
Great. He had actually gotten on the board on that basket where he committed the offensive, so he's now got 2 field goals in the game.
The Hoyas with a 13-to-1 rebounding advantage in this half, and that's really what's turned it around.
A lot of them have been Alonzo Mourning's second efforts, and uncontested. The game clock, though, continues to work itself down. It's around 7.5 to go in the ball game.
Shot clock at 7. Lapin hits a 3.
Defensive end.
Third time the Hoyas have turned it over here in the first 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. If there was no shot clock, Princeton would be holding this thing for a few minutes right here.
This is going to be a very quick basketball game as it is if they're going to take 30 seconds off each possession.
They've played some teams this year in the 40s and 50s, averaging just over 50 a game scoring.
Beat South Carolina, who played here this afternoon, losing to NC State. Mueller, Doyle, Morning clears.
Try to score it. It's a little frustrating because Princeton will come right back at you and be patient. Just a freshman now, Leftwich. A lot of pressure to handle the ball in this game. And Jerry Doyle, just a sophomore. 6 sophomores and 6 freshmen on this Princeton team. Scrabus, the only senior.
Eastwood with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Doyle again. Penetrates, leaves it for Mueller, and Morning sends the hook shot out of bounds.
All-out trapping defense.
No matter what defense, though, that Georgetown goes into, Princeton seems to get the ball to Mueller in the same spot all the time.
Right in the middle of the floor. He's got good poise with it.
Lapin in a little trouble, finds Leftwich.
It's a 1-3-1 defense, and Princeton's attacking with a 2-1-2 in the corners. Good trap.
Very good trap. 5-second call.
Turns into a great trap.
Back live, Princeton controlling with that fresh 45 off the Alonzo Mourning block. Princeton getting 7 shots up there to Georgetown's 4.
Georgetown's been quick with the shot, and with the good shooting by Princeton, they've gotten back on defense and haven't allowed the Hoyas to get out and run.
Scrabus plants himself. And got a heel on the...
Here in this second half, and every time they did, they picked up personals.
Thompson putting Sam Jefferson out on the floor, number 50.
Bigger lineup with the zone defense to try to make it difficult for Princeton to get the jumpers off.
Lapin looks to drive, kicks it out Leftwich.
Good
They
ball
find Scrabus. Rebound taken away the game. It was tied at 8. We're tied again at 37.
Ruling that Smith released that ball before contact. Count the goal. Contact in there. They went up 2, 3-quarter court set.
Doyle back in with the 4 fouls. Leftwich, Lapin, Mueller, and Scrabus.
Well, Georgetown got out of that man-to-man defense, which was allowing Princeton a lot of backdoor cuts, and they're keeping Mourning at home for the most part.
Lappin wants Leftwich to come on out. 13-10 now on the shot clock. Mueller drives, Mourning the block. 9 minutes to go in the game. Amazing number of turnovers there. Amazing because it's so small for the Princeton Tigers.
Leftwich has done a great job keeping his poise against pressure. The freshman did a good job that time. Georgetown turning up the press, yet another notch out of that timeout.
Lappin comes back out after he got the skip pass from Scravis.
Well, Georgetown back to the man-to-man, and when they've done this in the ball game, after a while, a few swings, they've forgotten to sag on the weak side, and the layup is turned up for Princeton.
Scravis makes his move with 9. Leftwich gets a little closer. Misses the jumper. Here comes
Anderson.
Stalio moving into the starting lineup for Princeton this year with the graduation of Sidney Johnson, the Ivy League Player of the Year a year ago. You can see the bad right shoulder. Bill Carmody telling us before the game today he just doesn't have many options off the bench. Llewellyn from outside, and Princeton for Eddie Orr and the Longhorns. Clack and Moneke, both of whom have been contributors, and both of whom are on the floor with 4 fouls. Extra with a Princeton ball down to 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Eddie and Tom have a great relationship. He said he's not going to change anything. He talks to Tom every single day to go over everything that they're going to try and do. Substitution patterns.
Tough to coach against legends. And Pete is a legend. And a quick call on Dabs as he tried.
The real problem for them was they only got up 18 shots. That's just not something that UCLA can do. A team that runs like they do,
And Mississippi State beat VCU 58-51.
Well, baseball, they don't throw it overhand, do they? Last game I saw, but the ability to find and leasing the pace just a tad. And Eddie Orr, since Tommy decided he wasn't coming up here, has had a rash on his body. Hasn't eaten in day. Another back cut. Nice reaction by Clack.
Solid with the ball. Good all-around game. Enough time to flick a shot off here. Mourning should try to kick the ball back toward midcourt, and he is shading toward the basket.
Here it comes over the top. Armstrong to catch, couldn't get it up in time.
The Tigers hanging in on the glass with the bigger and a more athletic Longhorns. This has traditionally been a Princeton problem.
And last year they were out-rebounded by 4.
3 to play.
Challenge there. They're not going to play up on the passes. They're going to better play the post guy.
Goodrich got it off. And pretty good effort there, but could not.
Enough time for Princeton, though, to get it in and get a shot off.
The 6th block.
Going to try to get it to Scravis.
Lappin. Mueller fires. No, the Hoyas escape. And I mean escape.
How about the check down the other end by Henderson? He this guy out of bounds. The ball bounced right to him. Well, they don't get many fast break opportunities.
No.
You got to make hay.
Up by 6, 7:09 to play. Too low scoring and close game. And Bill Carmody telling us that some other teams in the Ivy League now are starting to pattern themselves a little bit after what Princeton is doing.
Well, Columbia, Armin Hill, obviously, he said he knew it before he did.
they're guys that can make the sophisticated play, but the nice little entry pass, they just don't do a very good job of that anymore.
35 seconds of play, 29 seconds.
They'll probably length of the floor here, try and stir it up. Historically, people, when they press.
Second is on the way. Good. Xavier with a 13-12 lead.
And this has been a tough point here for Tigers. They've had to throw it in 4 times now to get this ball in bounds because they can't get the ball to the guards.
Second on the way. Good. He hits 1 of 2. And it's a 3-point ball game. 29-26, full court, Xavier press. Not a triple team, El Nocali, but he gets it to Wente.
Since Al Nocali's
back outside, Fry for 3. is good.
If Xavier ever needed a bucket, it was right there. Fry saw that they were having the double team, kicked it back out beyond the three-point line, hit a big shot for the Musketeers.
It's a 6-point Princeton lead, 35-29. El Nocali running the baseline. Xavier full court press. Chapman gets it across. Logan to Walton.
Well, it looks like they're going to spread the floor here quite a bit.
El Nocali looking, can't find anybody. Now does. Kyle Wente brings it across. Princeton needs a bucket. We are tied at 50 with 2.5 left.
But again, they want a good set here. They want to run their offense. Make Xavier make a mistake. There it is.
Back door, and it's blocked on the top of the rim, and that's got to be goal.
By Clark.
And back to a 4-point game.
Same look as the last press. See if they lead. Here's the gamble up. Clark stays back this time. Much better job.
Henderson will break it. And now the trouble begins.
Beat the Tigers by 4, 58-54. Second is on the way. Good. Xavier by a bucket. 21-19.
Here we go.
I like this now. He's talking to the young freshman Ed Persia in front of the Tiger bench. Just talking to him. Let him know what he did incorrectly, what he did well out there.
Here we go again.
Full court press. Chapman will handle.
10-point lead. Princeton, their largest of the night, and cut it down to 7 as Anthony Good drops in a three-pointer. Now Texas again trying to pressure the ball. Nice screen by Goodrich, and Henderson's home free.
The thing about Princeton, unless you give them a wide open layup, they're going to beat the
Clack.
Good move. Got it. And patience too. Nice use. Going right for the lefty. Good wrinkle here, the double up.
And the home run to Mustario. You don't see that.
Price spinning, twisting, scoring.
Boy, Price is tough. When he drives to the basket, he just takes control of the game.
Musketeers are down by 1. 48-47. Wente gets it across. El Nocali to Nate Walton.
Defensively holding up against him there, but again, I think there's a big advantage for Xavier. When they get the ball in the low post, Princeton's really struggled thus far.
Walton, the long pass to Chapman, makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and it's blocked on. It's caught early. That's the first team foul on the Musketeers.
Really good defense by Princeton there. A forced shot by Xavier, great position.
Long pass down court to Bechtold. He corrals it.
Oh.
Wysocki goes in there, draws a foul. They take him right out.
Good job.
He did his job.
Good job.
Nate Walton brings it across.
It's up both pivot feet. That is correct. A little bit of pushing too.
Throwing elbows. He was fortunate to be called for traveling. So the Tigers have a 1 point.
And since Xavier's on a swing, they need a big play up the floor. Princeton needs a score here.
Walton to trigger. Looking, finds Persia. He gets it across the midcourt line. He's dribbled.
Getting ready for the victory party, I guess.
Wente comes in to get the pass. He's triple teamed. There's 4 players in the backcourt for Xavier. A long pass would have surely returned the corner.
They've done the little things right here, defensively and offensively in this game.
El Nocali to Chapman. C.J. Chapman gets it up ahead. And Ahmed El Nocali at the point will run it for the Tigers.
Against Georgetown, another shocking stat.
Great shooting by both sides. Princeton the advantage on the scoreboard right now.
Princeton is literally starting their offense at midcourt, just spreading the Hoyas who are in a man-to-man defense.
Here's Scrabus, bounce pass Leftwich. Kicks it back out to Scrabus. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Levin hits three. Scrabus and Leftwich combine to break the 10-second line. Mueller got two.
Good look. Again, Morning, when he can get it down in the blocks, making it look awful easy. Head and shoulders above the Princeton front line.
Mueller gets it across, Lappin. Augustine had a thought, but it was a brief thought. Here's Mueller, some room, got two and a foul.
I mean, he's got
Doyle, Scrabus, and Mueller.
Georgetown man-to-man.
They give it to Scrabus. Bobby Winston on him. He gets a screen from Mueller. Comes up, fired, blocked by Morning. Loose on the floor. Jefferson can't.
37-31 the score.
You see Xavier defensively now really starting to extend their defense, looking to double team.
Price, he puts up the shot, doesn't go. West gets it back and scores.
That's a great power move by West. Spun it off the backward. Very tough to do.
David West, 6'8", 240. He's a load in there. There's a foul.
Here tonight, the Coaches versus Cancer Classic. Texas really extending the defense in the half court.
Now they might be right for a back cut if they're not careful extending it this far. Flack, I believe, trying to take away the baseline. Number 4, isn't it? Timeline get organized in their offense.
Flack is on Goodrich right now. Flack's got 4 fouls.
He should post him up and away.
Goodrich reaching in, or Flack rather reaching in there, trying to knock the ball away.
Well, it should be 5. Yeah, there's the closely guarded. We haven't seen that called.
And chase him. Princeton will try to work this down again, Mike, and try to see if they can flash high and then get the backdoor cut.
Mueller puts it on the floor. The hook shot, no, kept the lock. It appears Kit Mueller caught that elbow right in the mouth, and it looks like it's either up or a lower lip that's bleeding. Lappin, in and out, tapped up, no. Scrabus trying to keep it alive.
Oh, what a
over a bunch of photographers with Jeff. Lappin comes high. Mueller, excellent at always releasing himself to the ball. Skip pass, picked off. Morning's got it.
Where the shooters are, Bailey is a guy that can shoot the ball with given time, so you got to get out there. The real key here is the patience that UCLA has on their defense. If they get impatient, then they give Princeton a heck of a chance.
UCLA, the defending national champions, they beat Arkansas in the championship game last season. Toby Bailey, 26 points. Here's Llewellyn for 3. Rebound and turnovers for the Bruins. And our score stays at 19-18. Here's Doyle driving the baseline and a whistle.
UCLA is starting to move with much more sense of purpose, quicker, with more thought about where they're trying to get and what they're trying to get accomplished.
And we get our 6th tie of the ball game at 31.
UCLA comes back out, goes into a man-to-man.
Earl again!
Never got set and turned and stayed in good balance and position to come back with a little jump hook.
Right now, UCLA on a 12-3 run in the last 4 minutes and change.
They haven't had much of a chance to get too sentimental, and that's because in true Pete Carrill fashion, he's been treating this just like any other game, not allowing the players to think about anything else. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Andrea.
Yeah, that's what Pete Carrill would do. I mean, and that's the good.
And there are some of the major victories in Coach Carrill's career so far.
Career, more like administration.
As a matter of fact, his coaching career spanning 7 presidents. And right now, UCLA got all kinds of trouble with this Princeton team. They lead it only 19-18. And you're 7:14 on the game clock. Goodrich posted up, calling for the rock.
This is where it starts to move a little bit toward UCLA because they can start working just on their quickness, and he doesn't even see the shot clock.
Sidney Johnson with
saved by Doyle. Now Mike Brennan walks across the half-court line. Mooney, top of the key to Doyle. Now Hilscher. He'll take the three-point shot on occasion. Doyle for 3. Long. Rebound inside.
Defensively, 5 turnovers. I just love the combination of Henderson, Earl, and Llewellyn. They understand how to play. There's a screen that creates the opportunity.
He said he had a great trip lately.
Shot the ball exceptionally well. Goodrich will look for that three-pointer if you leave him open. Not everybody on this Princeton team will.
Well, they're getting out on the shooters. You know, they're being a little softer on denial, but up to play the shooter.
Tough look at
good offensive skills.
7-0 run Tigers back within 2. And if first impressions are anything, Axtell seems like a loose, confident guy who's not going to be afraid at all or nervous at all in his college debut.
All his family Texas grads. He's seen a lot of great events down there in his lifetime.
Guy who's probably seen some great events as well. We've got our first substitution. Of Longhorns with 3 fouls. Final few seconds here of quarter number 3. Princeton with the ball and a 6-point lead.
This uses some clock. They still run their normal up and down on the side. You notice how they fill for the top there when in trouble.
Down to 2 seconds. And it's out of bounds, still to Princeton with 1 point.
Xavier was out rebounding Princeton 15-3.
And it's amazing. It's just a 2-point game. That's a real credit to the Princeton defense and their 3-point shot ability.
Walton is loose underneath, and he can't hit. Almost tapped it in.
Rice, he went right into a triple team there.
Walton, top of the key. Tigers by 6. Wente comes around to meet the pass. Chapman, McAfee comes out on him now, behind the perimeter. Logan goes to Chapman. Walton is open, off the rim.
Break right now going Princeton's way, and the defense is causing a lot of that.
5 minutes gone by, second half. Princeton with a 6-point lead. Inside Walton. Flips it back out to Logan. Drives in, puts it up, and floats it off the rim. Seven on the shot clock. El Nokali is hurt. Now Wente. Whoops. Eugene Ba goes to Bechtold. They're out on him. Chapman, Walton, nice head fake. Dishes back outside Chapman. Bechtold thought about the 3. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Under 10. Bechtold puts up a 3 off the rim and draws the foul. So not a great, he runs the show for the Tigers. There's no question they are a better offensive team when he's in there. Long jump shot put up.
Hands on it, tipped it to a teammate.
Princeton looking to open up a double-digit lead. Mueller again, turns away. Rebound Leftwich, blocked by Moore.
Further and further, which again works to Princeton's advantage.
Mueller looks for the cut. Scravis will try.
just a balanced offense. 1-2-2 setup.
Lapham in a little trouble, gets it back. Mueller misses the three. 15 on the shot clock. Mueller wants to go. Mourning sends it back.
Brian Earl is the brother of Dan Earl, who plays at Penn State. Had some interest in going there, but Penn State had some other people in mind.
They skip it. Earl. He can't get the jumper to.
Got fouled 7 of those times. That's big time play.
Had a career high 36 points earlier this year against California. Goodrich. O'Bannon, a first team all Pac-10 selection. Here's Goodrich. Jump.
That's exactly what you'll give up on occasion. You make them, it changes the outlook defensively.
Texas is making them, Bill, 5 for 8 from three-point range. Wide open three-pointer. Around and out for him. Last year he averaged 6 points a game. He's got 9 tonight.
This is what I was saying about fatiguing you. Look at him running all over. Nice open pump jump hook here. A rolling hook.
C.J. Chapman moving against Lloyd Price. They go inside to Walton. Wanted to go back door. Boz open for 3. In and out. That was
by Logan. He just didn't drain it, but did a good job on the pump fake to get the open look.
dribbling in. Walton. Baugh outside. Wente to 3. It's short. Baugh the rebound. Puts it up. No. Rebound. Logan scores.
It's into the first half. UCLA 3 of 7 from the field.
The star for Princeton is Goodrich, but his problem is he will have a very difficult time getting a shot over Joe.
Henderson will walk the ball up the floor. Princeton down 14-9. Henderson jab step. Kick it back out. Sidney Johnson. Doyle. He's cut off on the baseline by Myers.
This is much more penetration than Princeton had when they started the game.
9 on the shot clock. 7. Henderson floating away. And it's recovered by Goodrich. He throws it.
State my class, it's like Duke of North Carolina. You're going to have to earn an A. I gave all A's when the class was over.
By the way, what level is that? Is that 100, 400, or what? Where is it in the guide?
I had a great time with a lot of the students there.
Ryan for the hook.
Play or asked Eddie to play the vets as long as possible. Need experience against this Princeton team. They'll flatten out, not to give back cuts.
Open man. Llewellys around and out. Tipped out of bounds.
And roll and was frustrated.
Driving is Henderson.
They got it before. Now they're going to.
Ed Persia, the freshman, moving against McAfee. Walton looking for the back door. Persia for 3. No. It hit.
They're not very patient on offense. They want a quick moving game. So if Princeton can keep it going, the defense, they can hang.
Baugh goes to Walton. Back to the basket. Xavier by 1. Baugh dribbles in. Whistle. And a foul on the Musketeers. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Bechtold flips outside. Chapman. 5-second shot clock. 2 seconds, and it's knocked away.
Reason for the guards not to block out. That's how Darla gets that one.
J.R. Henderson missed some games late in the season with a sore throat and the flu. There's Llewellys on the left wing. Had 14 points against Penn in the Ivy League playoff game that allowed Princeton.
And they lost track of him, and that's how he gets that easy shot.
There's Goodrich.
See, Princeton always has at least 2 people constantly in motion, so the defense can't settle on him.
Sidney Johnson. Bench.
Princeton, one of the things they can generally do is get the ball to Goodrich, because he tried to draw a foul, but you can get it to Goodrich.
Your father's John Thompson. You got to get it done when you're there, and he got it done. John told me one time, he said, getting an opportunity like I did to play at Providence gave me a chance to influence my kids to get an education. And 2 of his children went to Ivy League schools, his daughter and his son. His daughter graduated Brown.
Shot clock is down to 12 as Carolina has done a much better job in the final 10 minutes of this half defensively against Princeton.
Well, they're doing a great job stepping out on the 3. You see, Peter Earl said, you know, it's a great thrill going to the Dean Dome, but I'm going there to win. After they had beaten Bucknell coming from behind. Bucknell is an outstanding scorer named Holden. He had 21 against him. That's the most anybody scored against Princeton this year individually.
Llewellyn passes up the three-point shot inside to Goodrich.
He's a good player. And look at him with the left-hand hook. He goes.
21-19, Princeton. Just under 2 minutes to play in his opening half.
You're going to have a 45-point game to keep this pace, and that's not North Carolina.
And offensively, so many people interchangeable, really.
Back screen, pop out, ball reversal.
You like watching this kind of basketball?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, you don't like to be sitting on the bench against it, but it is pretty. Played at Princeton. Dartmouth was another club who said they're using some of their things.
Princeton in white, Texas in orange. It's a 4-point Tiger lead. A winner gets NC State tomorrow night of the championship game, 9 Eastern on ESPN. And here, turnover. And timeout is close.
Keep an eye on Bechtold here, number 23.
Saki, top of the key, flips it outside, went through 10 seconds on the shot clock. Elno Colley.
Backcourt, Gabe Lewellis, Steve Goodrich, and Chris Doyle. 1:14 left. 24 on the shot clock. Here's Henderson. Sidney Johnson and a...
Princeton wants to contain on that press. Let him go over the top, but recover. Don't give the open look.
Henderson and Earl in the backcourt for the Tigers. Princeton, the #1 team in the nation last year in scoring defense.
On the offensive end, it'll come to him.
He is coming off a foot injury as well, and has only really been practicing for a week, so he's not really in game shape. Brian Earl, back rim on the 3. Goodrich the rebound, though.
You mentioned him, pretty mobile too. Tennis player in high school. Got a lot of upside.
And a very good swimmer as well, which is what they have been working on with that foot injury. Goodrich!
Inside, it would negate this 12-2 run by Princeton.
There's steal. And a travel by. Easier said than done.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
8-0 Princeton run to break a tie back midway through the third quarter. Goodrich had a step there on Clark for a moment, and now a foul.
Elno Colley gets it across.
I think if you're Princeton here, you really want to run some clock and try to get to halftime in this position. Don't force a shot. If it's open and it's there, go ahead.
Chapman has it knocked away.
6 of them already this year. 45 between Lewellis and Earl, and they haven't knocked one down yet.
Brad Frederick, junior out of Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, Dad, Bob Frederick, one of the great AD.
Ball, but just getting out of position, being a little lazy on defense.
Game tied at 12. Just over 7 minutes gone by in the first half. Bechtold again, and he missed.
Fell asleep in the first half, came back to beat VCU, and they will play the winner of this game.
Still trying to see if Princeton can get a good shot off. The thing about UCLA, even if they go in the zone, they have guys with such good ability that they still can get out and extend you when you're taking a shot.
Bob Myers. Also in the ball game right now for Princeton, Brian Earl, backdoor. Earl unable to make the catch. Princeton, they'll scare you to death if you're a major college and you see them in the first round. Look at what they've done against Syracuse and teams like Villanova and Georgetown.
Yeah, they'll scare you because they're just so patient and deliberate with their offense. And, you know, if their shooters are making shots, they put a lot of pressure on you.
This
Goodrich, Sidney Johnson to the hole.
On the sideline, working the sideline there in Dallas, Midwest action. Utah and Canisius. Canisius with the ball. Utes leading 8-6 in the early going. Keith Van Horn out.
Well, this Canisius team, they're very solid. Meeks is a good go-to guy inside. I'd expect Brandon Jesse for Utah to try to be a lot more aggressive in the absence of Keith Van Horn tonight.
He wants the game to go with his team because he wants to have the patience. What UCLA has to be able to do is on the defensive end stay patient. They've come down a couple occasions taking some quick shots, but even when they're starting to take the shots and they run the shot clock down, they're not in rhythm like they normally are.
As Loellis has it. And right now, UCLA got all kinds of trouble with this Princeton team. They lead it only 19-18. And your statistics.
The back door near the end of the first half, and that play where they moved Jelani McCoy in one direction and take him back another one.
Batted back out by Chris Doyle. Princeton, their first lead of the game. Here's Doyle, the only senior on the floor right now.
He may be the only senior, but this exposing the ball to the defense may not be the way you want to go about it with UCLA.
11 on the shot clock. The kick out. Doyle for three.
Not only Pete Carrill has a lot of confidence in camaraderie, but the institution in Princeton does as well. I think they're turning it over in good hands. You can get some continuity of thought considering how long they've been together.
33-31, under 10 to play.
Princeton's going to have to start making something happen. They got 8 seconds on the shot clock. You can't keep throwing it around. This is when it becomes UCLA's kind of game.
39-34. On the shot clock.
Games, one of the things he wanted Worthy to do was put the ball to the floor and try and create with his drive. Early in the season, he was a little bit too perimeter oriented, maybe thinking about the NBA and the knock from NBA scouts that he needed to move his game away from the back.
Psychologically, hear so much about that Princeton system, they get a little lethargic.
Interesting in talking to Carmody about that today. And he said too many times the system gets credit and not our players. And he said all of our players could have gone somewhere else to play.
Yeah, a lot of these kids had middle major or high major offers. There's the three. That means you can shoot the jump shot from the perimeter, you can drive with the basketball, or you can pass the basketball.
33 for Princeton, Nathan Walton, sophomore, checks into the lineup. And of course, the son of Bill Walton. Way outside with the three, too hard off the iron, and it's Walton.
1 for 2 for Meneke. 19-13 Tigers on a, Longhorns on a 7-0 run right now.
And they'll reset, use that clock. Extra time favors Princeton.
Tigers have yet to make a substitution. Who knows how long they'll stay with the starting five. They are not a deep team. Llewellyn saw a hole and got a hammer.
Now what great use of...
They gave the foul to Ira Clark. It is his third. So he and Meneke, two of the big bodies, each with 3. Goodrich thought about the three-pointer, had him in right in front of him. Tough one by mistake.
Out for Xavier.
That's the third though on Price. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Logan cross court to Chapman.
You can see how patient Princeton is here.
El Nocali goes to Chapman. They were trying to go backdoor, but
again, Tigers, good job offensively, taking their time here, looking for that backdoor pass.
C.J. Chapman, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wente dribbles in and lays it up and flings it out. Under 10 on the shot clock. Walton. Logan, jump shot, in and out. Bar the rebound, tough.
Stray out too far, or if he does, that really works for Princeton too because it hurts Georgetown rebounding-wise.
Mueller had Lappin on a backdoor cut. I think it was just too early on the shot clock to do it.
Crowd is really into this one now.
returns. Got a step on Mourning.
It is saved, and a new 35 for Princeton.
North Carolina is very fortunate tonight that the trifecta is not tickling the twine.
Right.
They are really fortunate. But that's a credit to North Carolina with the way they've extended defensively on the perimeter. You got to credit the coaching staff.
Princeton is only 1 of 9 from three-point land tonight.
And they're not getting really open threes, Ron. They're getting challenged on the threes, and that's a Bill Guthridge game plan. See, watch, they always got a hand in their face when they're trying to shoot that three.
Shot clock is at 5. It's at 4. Shot won't go. They don't have a field goal since those back-to-back backdoor cuts.
See that little play there? They just backed off. They're not giving the back cut.
They'll kick it out.
Chance to milk it if they want.
Shot clock turned off. 30 seconds to play in the half.
He's switching.
There's Walton, one of 4 of Bill's sons playing basketball.
Time off the clock, but not too much that you have to force a shot. You still want a good shot.
You hear the students getting into the game now.